wondered what sets us apart from those highly successful people? What if I told you there were 7 simple habits that you can now put into practice and have a more productive and abundant life? Well, by studying the 7 habits of successful people by Stephen Covey, we're gonna do that very thing in this video. All right, let's go on. Let's get right to it because we productive. We ain't got time to be wasting time, okay? That goes right into habit 1, being productive. Successful people are productive. And we can easily become busy as adults with 9 to 5s and family. But let me tell you how to determine if a task is productive. If you can say that this particular task is going to get me to the life of abundance or get me closer to the life of abundance, then it is considered productive. Okay? So if you are going to say vacuum or go and plant flowers. I am a flower person. I'm a flower mom. If you are going to go plant flowers, is that going to get me to the life of abundance that I want to live? Well, if I was a gardener, yes. If I was a content creator around gardening, yes. But I am not that. So guess what? It's not productive. So think of that when you are thinking of going through your day-to-day life. Making sure that you are doing productive tasks is how you're going to get to the life of abundance. And let me give you another little quick tip. If you find yourself running out of time, give yourself time blocks to do certain skills or things in your day, right? Say if you must do some sort of cleaning, do a block for cleaning. If you must do your social media, give you a block for social media. Even family time and eating, guys, you need to have blocks in your day, right? Because I know just like you, if you have a 9 to 5, after that 9 to 5, that time is very short to get a lot of your home life in. But if you break up the time into blocks and the things you must do into blocks, trust me, it will definitely help. Okay, let's go on to the second habit. Oh, this one's fun. The second habit that highly successful people do, according to Stephen Covey, is that they begin with the end in mind. You always have to have a goal. This goes back to one of my favorite verses, right? Habakkuk 2:2. Write the goal and make it plain. So if you do not have a goal, you will not know where you're going. And we as adults or individuals, children, whoever's watching this video, you may just get caught up in going through and doing everything that you know how to do, right? And at the end of the day, Monday turns into Sunday so quick and you're like, did I grow? Did I make any steps towards my future? And the answer is normally no, because you got caught up doing everything. So how do we do that? We set goals for ourselves. We can set monthly goals. We can set yearly goals. We can go as far as daily goals. So guys, having a goal is how we begin with the end in mind. My goal is to lose 15 pounds. And then another caveat to that goal, y'all, is give yourself a time period of when you're going to get that goal. So if you want to lose, when I'm filming this video, we're in of October. If you want to lose weight by December 15th, whatever, I want to lose 15 pounds by December 15th. That's your goal. Then you work back from that goal. That's your end. Begin with the end in mind. My goal is 15 pounds. Now we need to work back. How am I gonna get that? Well, I'm gonna increase my protein intake. I'm gonna sleep for at least 7 hours. I am going to walk or work out 4 to 5 times a week. I'm gonna increase my water intake. That's how you get back to starting point. Okay, guys? So habit 2 is begin with the end in mind. Let's go on to habit 3. All right, y'all. Habit 3 is put first things first. Putting first things first is prioritizing things. Kind of lends itself to step 1 or habit 1. But first things first is putting those important tasks and getting them done. This also reminds me of one of my favorite books, Eat the Frog by Brian Tracy, of just being productive and not procrastinating. Oh my gosh. Before eating the frog or reading Eating the Frog, procrastination was a thing of mine. I knew I did it, but y'all, how many of y'all, comment that down below if y'all are on the same page with me. Even though you procrastinate, the stuff get done. It get done really good, you know, but that's not a good skill, especially if we're going to be highly successful people, right? So we don't do that anymore, right? We're gonna eat the frog. We're gonna do that task, that first task. And I'm telling you, it does feel really good to eat the frog, figuratively, of course. Getting that uncomfortable, icky, ew task out of the way, calling that person, sending that email, you know, having that conversation, writing that paper, or creating that plan, or, you know, paying that bill, or signing up for that course, whatever that thing is that you're like, oh my God, I hate to do this, but I know I have to do it. If I don't do it, it ain't gonna get done. That feeling is putting first things first, getting that thing done. And highly successful people do that. And if we want to have that type of life, those are the kind of things that we need to do. All right, let's go on to habit number 4. Habit 4 is think win-win. Thinking win-win is such a very interesting tool when it comes to being highly successful. I always say this, I tell my mentees and I would tell my kids, my students as an educator, that hey, it's not a competition. The only person you're competing with is yourself. And this goes back to like my track days, being a track superstar. Shout out to myself, right? Track is an individual sport. Even though it's a team sport, yes, you're fighting against other people, but majority of the times, guys, when I'd be running races, I'd be running against my time in my head because I had to beat myself. I wanted to get better. So that lends itself to think win-win. It's not a you against me situation, right? If I win, you can't win. That's not how we do good business. And it's not a good thing to put energy to put out into the environment. I always feel very strongly about the energy that I put out and how I treat people because I feel like it's going to be a reflection back on myself and my family and my child. So I'm very, very mindful of the energy that I put out. So thinking win-win is being cooperative in the workplace and being a positive impact on the marketplace. And it's a way to also look at how we treat people. God did not put us on this earth to be backbiters, right? And we as individuals, especially if you're calling yourself a Christian or a believer or of any faith, I believe that all faiths have a good caveat or a good part of that we should be good human. That sets us apart from animals is that we have the choice to be good, we have a choice to be bad, we have a choice to treat people good or bad. So thinking win-win, guys, you are not here, oh, I gotta get him, I gotta make sure that other person doesn't get it so I can get it. No. If I can win, this other person should be able to win also. And guess what? When they win, they'll make sure that I win. And then when I win, I can make another person win. So guess what? Everyone is winning if we all think what? Win-win. Habit number 5. Habit number 5 is to seek to first understand, then to be understood. This one is a very good one that I thought I was doing well before I studied this, in the sense of that I'm a good communicator. I will tell you that. That's one of my passions. That's one of my gifts that I really, really am thankful that I get to use this platform to use my gift as a communicator. But I had to be really realistic to myself, and even talking to my husband, like, I am a good speaker. I can talk, but am I a good listener? So that's what this habit is. You see, the first part of that one is to understand, receive information, and you are actively listening. There are many times where I'm like, yeah. And then my husband will say, you heard what I said? And I'm like, no, so I have to seek to understand first, be active as a listener, and just think about yourself going to these rooms where highly successful people are, millionaires, billionaires, people who have $100,000 days, months, yeah? And you are in that room and you're having a conversation and you're in that mix and you space out. And then they ask you, you ready to come in on this deal? And you have no idea what they're talking about because you did not seek to understand, you weren't listening. Or even if you're in a workplace, you're in a situation and you are dealing with different individuals, your family, your friends, your coworkers, you must seek to and practice that skill of seeking to understand first and then to be understood. So we are actively listening first before we are speaking. 9 times out of 10, we like to speak first or always be the one controlling the conversation or talking. But to be a highly successful person, guys, you need to have both parts of that communication, right? The listening part and also the speaking part. And I like how the understand part is first, right? So let's go on to the next habit. Habit number 6 of highly successful people, according to Stephen Covey, is synergy. Synergy is teamwork. Being able to collaborate and work with other people successfully is a highly successful skill. It's a skill that individuals that are highly successful know how to do. It is going to be a task, or it's going to be a skill that when you are in these particular situations or dealing with highly successful individuals, you got to be able to collaborate. You got to be able to work, right? I remember back in the day, I wish somebody would have told me this when I was in like grade school or high school. I hated group projects. Oh my gosh. Hated group projects, because guess what? I am going to do the work because I need my grade. But there's always one person on the group that's not synergizing or working together, right? And that used to drive me crazy. And guess what your girl wanted to do? Listen, teacher, ma'am, I'm going to do this project by myself. I just want to work by myself because I know what I'm doing. I don't want nobody like living off of me, But that feeling I had is what other people have with you if you don't know how to synergize. If you don't know how to work good, that's that feeling that you make these people have. You get what I'm saying? Of just like, oh my God, I gotta work. They don't never carry their weight. They don't never respond to no emails. They don't never text back. They are never responsive when I'm trying to help and I have to do all the work. We don't want to be that person if we're gonna be highly successful and productive individuals in the society and also be the people we're supposed to be. So don't be that person that I don't want in my group. Okay? Because I'ma tell. I was out. I'm joking. I'm not gonna tell on you. But we're not gonna do that anymore because we know what synergy is. And we're gonna be highly successful people. Oh my gosh. I hope you had fun this far, and I've like summarized this book for you, so you're welcome. All right, this is the meat and potatoes. So you can say you've read 7 Habits of Highly Successful People by Stephen Covey after you've watched this video. You're very welcome. And this is habit number 7. This one is very telling, and I literally go through this with my husband, I would say every day. So it's iron sharpen iron. And what it literally means is that you are always getting sharpened or worked on or refined by another individual that has your best interests at heart. So it's about the fact that you have to continue to get better at whatever you're doing. And I have been working and will continue to work on myself. And I am so lucky and grateful to have an accountability partner and a life partner to be my iron to sharpen me, right? But if you don't have that person, do you say, okay, well, habit 7 is not going to work for me? No, the way that you can do that is be your own iron to yourself. And the way that you do that is continued self-development, seeking out help and continuing to learn skills that will better help you in your life. So watching videos like this, you sharpening that iron. Reading books that are self-help, you're sharpening that iron. Listening to podcasts that are self-help, you're sharpening that iron. Actually putting into practice the things that I'm saying or what coach you're listening to, that's sharpening that iron, okay? Doing things that you know you're supposed to do to get yourself to the next level, you're sharpening that iron. Because guess what? If you don't sharpen it, you're gonna get dull and rusty and worthless. If an iron cannot chop anything, what is it? Worthless. Hello? Ooh, that's good. This is good. In order to do what you were meant to do, you have to keep refining that tool. To sharpen, for the tool to actually be able to cut, it needs to keep getting sharpened, keep getting refined, keep chipping away the old dirty stuff that is not working anymore. Oh my gosh, that's so good. Are y'all receiving that? You should be receiving that. That's really, really good. Iron sharpen that iron. You're chopping away the things that are not working for you. Binge watching shows, going out for drinks when you know you should be doing something better, not going to bed at a good time, eating stuff you know you're not supposed to be eating, avoiding tasks you know you're supposed to be doing. This is very good. Guys, after going through this book and learning what the 7 habits successful people are, we have to take examples from people who are living the life they want to live at a place that we would like to go. We have to do it. That's the only way we get better, okay? Successful people leave clues, and it's up to us to pay attention to those clues. Okay? So guys, I hope you enjoyed the 7 Habits of Successful People by Stephen Covey. I sure enjoyed reading it and summarizing for you. If you like this type of video setup, make sure you comment down below. If you're a first time here, say hello in the comments. I love reading my comments and saying hi back to y'all. And check out the description box. There's lots of information down there. And if you have not subscribed yet, make sure you subscribe and give me a thumbs up because you know how YouTube does. I appreciate you and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.